BYB. It's Coty Travis. And as we all know, we last show we had Frank Dux from Bloodsport on the show, and everybody knows Frank Dux. I mean, he's talking about the greatest fighter of all time. He was Bloodsport, and literally, and he's going to train me. He's going to train me. I have a fight in March against Ryan Dalton and Frank Dux. We're doing this whole reality show about Bloodsport. We're doing this whole reality show about Bloodsport, and he's going to train me, Coty Travis, and then I'm going to fight Alan Goldberg's number one opponent, because at that point Frank Dux is going to show me everything in the world. I'm going to become the greatest fighter of all time. And I actually reached out to Frank Dux because we had him on last time, and I said, Frank, do you have any more stories that you haven't told us? Can you do one more interview for the BYB show? And he said yes. And we all know Frank Dux tells the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So I said, Frank, please tell us one more story about the Kumite, and man, Frank Dux. Let me see, Chachi, is Frank Dux there? He's going to tell one more story about the Kumite. He's there. All right, let's go to Frank Dux right now. Yes, Cody, I'm here. No, there was after our interview, I thought there was just like one more story that I didn't get to tell. And no, it's a story I haven't really told many people. It was the day before the big Kumite contest that I won. And as we all know, I beat 7,000 people in one night. But no, the day before the Kumite, I was actually was supposed to be fighting in the Kumite with a good friend of mine, one of my best friends. But he got injured that night, so that's why I was in the tournament and he wasn't. Now my friend met him a long time ago, and me and him just hit it off. He had a first name, but I never called him by his first name. Kind of just gave him the nickname Mister. And Mr. Miyagi is my friend, and I just always called him Mr. Miyagi. And the night before, we were all hanging out talking about plans on how we were going to beat people in the Kumite. And he actually was training a young student of his, Daniel, who I just gave the nickname Daniel's son, and that just sticked. So, Mr. Miyagi and Daniel-san and I were just walking back to one of our rooms to get some rest, because the Kumite is a very tough competition. And as we were walking to the room, we saw a sewer cap just kind of like shot up in the air. We didn't think anything of it. We actually thought, oh, this happens around here, because we didn't live around there. That was something, we went to just fight in the Kumite, and we never really been around there. All of a sudden, 4 gentlemen come out of the sewers, and they start fighting us. And so Mr. Miyagi got hit in the face with a pair of nunchucks, and Danielson got hit in the face with a bow staff. And I noticed the person that was coming after me had a sword. And I was able to catch the blade in my hand, reverse it, and cut the gentleman. What I come to realize is that it wasn't just a human. No, that's something that I don't think a lot of people know. This was certainly a ninja, but he wasn't I think he was of a teenage age, because he seemed young and he was very fast. I could tell that when we were fighting. He was very fast. And I also noticed he had a shell. So come to be that these were not just humans, that they were Ninja Turtles. And these guys popped out of the sewer, and they hurt Mr. Miyagi. He couldn't fight. Danielson was unable to fight that night too. But I made sure I got my revenge. I actually jumped down the sewer that night, found them, beat up all 4 Ninja Turtles, and actually came across a huge rat. And he was a master as well. I believe I taught him way back in the day, and we had a falling out. His name was Master Splinter, huge rat. And I proceeded to rip his throat out with my bare hands. But no, these are all truthful stories. I would never lie about that. But yeah, no, is it something different? Sure. But did it happen in my life? Absolutely. So back to you, Travis. Oh man, Frank Dux, one hell of a story, man. No, I believe that. I never personally came across any type of Ninja Turtles before, but I hope I don't. And I just can't wait for you to train me so I could be just as great. And I hope that Frank Dux can make me just as strong, just in case if I get jumped by turtles. And, I hope Mr. Miyagi made it out okay. And even though that does sound like these are clips from movies. Hey, man, Frank Dux, man, he would never lie. He would never lie, and he's the greatest fighter of all time. And he's going to train me, and I'm going to beat up Ryan Dalton at March at Celebrity Boxing. Dude, come on. I'm going to kick your ass. And Frank wants to get in the ring, too. I'll kick his ass, too.